What's going on? What's going on? Thanks to those joining us live and to those that have been joining us on the archive. If you're listening on the archive, hit the like button. Share this video on all your social media platforms. Let's go ahead and get this one started. First of all, Christine, how are
Yeah,
you doing today?
I am doing so well. I'm doing very well. Um, we're a little late starting because after we're finished working. We after the tournament, we have a workout for those that will compete for the next day and those that will compete later on in the week, and then we do film study. So we just got finished with film study. We have five going tomorrow, so we had quite a few film. So it was a little bit later, so I do apologize, but it is what it is. And how are you?
It is what it is. That's what it's all about. I just worked part-time today. Just worked about 4 hours, but did HCPX in the morning with Calix. You guys can check that out. And here we are now. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
so much to catch up on. Now, before we even get started, for those that don't know, Christine, right now she's in Chile, right?
Chile, Santiago, Chile.
Santiago,
Sí,
Chile, to be
aquí
specific. And I
estoy.
found out, just funny, like they're called Chile, right? So I'm thinking to myself, okay, you got to go check out the cuisine, like check out what
It's
they
not
got.
like Chile, like Texas Chile. No, it's Chile.
But yeah, but they don't put Chile in their food.
They don't put Chile in their food. They don't, and they don't have tacos.
They don't have tacos. There's no
They don't.
salsa. There's no spiciness with the
Ay,
food,
ay,
and
ay.
they're
Who
called
told you that? How
Chile.
did you know that? You know what? I'm not a salt person, but I have had to put salt on my food. But I love the Chilean people. They're great. And I haven't had the empanadas yet, but I heard they're amazing. But I
You
will
got to
tell
live up
you,
to your name, though. Like if
well,
I lived in
yeah, but
Tequila, Texas, right? And then you're like, oh, how's the tequila? Oh, we don't drink tequila out here. Like what?
okay, look, this is my chile for my food, Tabasco sauce.
It's not even hot sauce. It's pepper sauce. So what's
I
going on over
know,
here?
I know it's pepper sauce. But but also something else that they're known for is their ceviche. And I have had their ceviche. Like last night, I had like the most amazing seafood, like plethora. I mean, it was just amazing. And I had like four different ceviches and it was
Okay.
delicious. And
But they
yeah.
don't put
I
jalapeno in the ceviche, right? They don't put any chile in it.
No, no, but there were no, there weren't.
Unbelievable. Shout out to Boxing
Oh,
Pound for
yes,
Pound
boxing
Jack.
pound for pound Jack. Yes, good morning. Oh my gosh.
2:30 a.m. He's over here supporting you, Christine. It's time to give him his credit.
Oh,
What's
well,
going
that's my
on?
guy. That's my guy. He tunes in on Wednesdays and on Mondays, and that's my guy. He's awesome, and he always
Shout
has
out to
so much.
Ace TV Boxing. It says hello, Coach Christine. He
What's
says,
up, Doc? What's up?
"What's up? All right."
Yes,
So let's talk a little bit here.
let's
But
do
before we
it.
get to the fight, you already kind of touched on your experience with the food and just being there. The people are great.
Yeah, very nice. Muy amable.
Okay, and now this is the Pan Am Games, and is it like I remember Tokyo? I remember I wasn't there obviously, but I remember you were there. I remember the whole COVID
Mhm.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
is all that done? It's like the whole COVID. Are we all past that now?
Oh
And
yeah,
how
we're
does that
past
feel
that.
now? Just kind of like being free, like
It feels
just
great. It feels
whew,
wonderful.
you don't got to walk
Yeah,
around in a mask.
no masks. I mean, you might see one person out of 100 wearing a mask.
Are they
Um,
ninjas?
but we don't. There's no fear. There's no. I mean, obviously, we're still washing our hands. Hopefully, um,
Oh,
and all
Coach
that good
Christine is
stuff.
washing her hands for sure, but I don't know
Um,
about everybody else.
I have. Yeah, absolutely. But it's great to be free, to be able to, like, say, hey, I'm gonna go around the corner and eat at this restaurant, or I'm gonna go walk to the park, and it's okay. We're not confined, and meant for mental and emotional health. It's just a lot better situation.
Okay.
Obviously, there's still the pressure. I mean, this is the qualifier for the Olympics. Like, we are the people that qualify will be on the will be our Olympians that will represent us.
And look, I
And
mean, this is two continents competing. I mean, this is a big deal. This is a lot of it's tough competition. right? It is a
Absolutely.
very high level. There's no doubt, man. That it's a great tournament, and the preparation for it. When the Team USA arrive, right? And why do you arrive at the time that y'all arrive? Do you arrive last minute? Are you like me? Just show up and just see what's up, or what?
No, 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 no. I mean, we didn't start competing until let me see what. We didn't compete the first day, which was what, the 18th, I believe.
Mhm.
We arrived like 4 days ahead of time, about 3 or 4 days ahead of time. My
Yeah,
brain's
the
fried.
19th was
Forgive
the
me.
first day of the tournament, but you guys didn't
Oh,
have any fights.
yeah, no, we got the buy. Like our athletes got the buy, which does not happen. So I was very happy for that.
Oh,
So
wow,
we got
okay.
the buy, but we always come early, like wherever we're going, just so we can be acclimated. Even though it's only like from Colorado, it's only 3 hours. From Texas,
Alright.
it's only 2 hours difference for me for Dallas. But we want the athletes to be acclimated, to get comfortable. And then as soon as we get here, it's like it doesn't matter what time it is, we'll unpack and we work out like within 2 hours of landing.
And
Um,
just to give, like, everybody, like, a little bit of a funny story really quick.
okay.
Well, you already know the story, but,
You said funny story?
funny story for sure. So I was questioning Christine, right? Like, well, why Chile? Why y'all doing a boxing tournament in Chile?
Oh,
Like,
this is
she said,
funny.
well, they
Yeah.
won the bid, and I'm like, what? Chile won a boxing? And I wasn't saying boxing tournament bid, but I was just thinking Chile of all
You
places.
thought it was
Like,
just like a club show, like a
yeah,
smoke and
I thought it was just like a tournament for boxing. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? Like that's all that was in my mind. You know, that's it. Like, I bleed boxing gloves. I just think boxing. You know what I mean? And then it dawned on me. Oh, it's the Pan Am Games. Like there's everything from
kind
gymnastics,
of
track and
important,
field.
not just boxing, but it's kind of important for all sports,
Right, 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 right.
summer sports that are
So
going to
then
the Olympics.
oh, okay, okay. And it hit me when he took this photo, and I saw the Olympic rings. And I
Yeah.
said, "Oh, all right." That's when it hit me. And look, great photo, by the way. All right. I saw the Starbucks. So you just drink like just cold brew, like nothing on the Starbucks.
They do everything at Starbucks, just like in the United States.
Okay. I
I
mean,
mean,
I put
yeah.
milk on it. That was really black. I'm just saying the Starbucks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, if that's how you want it, but it's they have everything. Yeah, for sure. They have a Carl's Jr. They have
Never Carl's
pizza.
Jr.
Yeah, Carl's Jr. is very popular in Latin America. In case you didn't know,
Carlos is it? Do they call him like Carl? How does she Carl
Carlos
Spanish? Yeah, I
Jr.
don't know. I don't think
Yeah.
it's Carlos. I think it's Charlie, but I don't know what. But it is what it is.
Carlitos.
Let's go. Let's go ahead and get started here. Now, obviously, you already mentioned it. October 19th, y'all didn't compete. Okay. Let's talk
Yeah.
about October 20th. Julio
Yes.
Cesar La Cruz from Cuba,
Cuba.
right? Yeah, defeated Jamar Telly
Jamar
from New
Talley.
Jersey.
Yes. Yes.
Five
Our
and
heavyweight.
oh, talk to us about how the fight went. What went wrong? Did the judges see it wrong? Like, how did you see it?
It was a great fight. We actually won the first round. And we were feeling very confident. And then 2 and 3 happened, and I think maybe we were too confident. I don't know, but the better boxer for 2 and 3 ended up winning. Jamar is very talented, um, and the thing is that people don't realize whenever you're on the big stage like this, there's so much pressure. And I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying everything has to be aligned, like mentally, emotionally, physically. And physically, he was great.
Yeah.
Mentally, he seemed great. But it just wasn't his day.
Okay.
Um, but we're gonna keep on keeping on. And Cuba, for anybody that knows boxing, especially in the amateurs, like Cuba is you know, for a lot of people, um, they're just like, oh my god, like
Yeah, they're
Cuba.
known for their dominance in amateur
Yeah, they're
boxing.
like that.
Right.
But we're gonna move on because we you'll see
Okay.
that we also, yeah,
So,
dominated
so
Cuba.
look, obviously it wasn't the result you wanted. However, there's
No,
something to take out of it, right? Experience, and it's a good.
absolutely,
But I want to ask you
absolutely.
this: like, was it kind of like, what's the attitude when you find out, oh, our first fight's against Cuba? Like, what's going like? How do you approach that? Do you not think about it? It is what it is. Is
You
there
know what?
some
We're
level
not
of
worried about
intimidation?
our skill set. We're so confident in our athletes. The only thing that is concerning for me personally, and I can't speak for anybody else, is that the way the judges perceive it, because it's just like almost in the judge's mind, like Cuba
Mm,
is the mega, force in amateur boxing. Um, so that's the only thing. I don't want them to be persuaded. That's the only thing that I worry about. I don't worry about our guys, because our guys and girls are trained and are very talented, or they wouldn't be in this position. So I don't worry about that. I just worry about the influence that the name, that the
yeah.
country um might have subconsciously on the judges, to be quite
Okay.
honest. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And as far as Jamar, like, what? Explain to everybody how this works. So, because you mentioned this is imported stakes qualifiers, but does
Yeah.
it in here? Does it get
So
other box offs? How does that work?
for some of our guys and girls on the team, they have enough world points because they've been to enough international tournaments, where they're going to have two other opportunities, in Thailand and in Italy. So it's
Okay.
like, if they didn't make it here, we still can go to Thailand or Italy. Now, for some of the newer babies that are on the team, and they don't have the world experience, they're going to have to go in December to the Olympic qualifiers, which we've all heard, on USA Boxing, that the
Right.
qualifiers are going to be in December. They're going to have to go and win there,
Okay.
and then kind of start from the beginning.
All right. Well, there you go. All right. So let's go to October 21st. Um, Jennifer Lozano from Laredo, Texas, right? All
Tejas in
right.
the house.
Beat Susan Aguas, right, from Ecuador.
Yes.
3-2. That sounds very close, Christine. That's a
It
split
was
right
very
there.
it was very close.
And
You have
Jennifer's really good. So talk to us about this
She's
fight.
very good. And you just have to understand, like, the best of the best are here from our continent. It's like, this is no walk in the park. This is no, I'm going, to my weekend tournament around the corner in my neighborhood. These are the best of the best. And some of the ones that are here, they've already been to the Olympics. They've already won women's or men's worlds. They've already won Pan American Games in the past. So this is the best of the best. So yeah, it was tight, and we won.
Yeah, absolutely. And so obviously, I know you're going to be biased, but you do feel that Jennifer won that fight?
Absolutely, absolutely, she won the fight. Absolutely, she did. I
Do you
think,
think it should have
and I
been
think,
wider for her?
do what?
Do you think it should have been wider, 4-1, 5-0?
No, it was tight. It was very tight,
Okay.
but we edged it out. Like I said, these are the best of the best. Jennifer is one of the new babies. Like, she does not have some of the experience that these other women have, and she did it.
100%, 100%. So
Yes,
let's staying on the same date. Um, Roscoe Hill from Spring, Texas,
yes,
makes it
another
2-0
Texan.
for the United States on the 21st against Alejandro Claro from Cuba. 3-2.
Yes,
Another close one, Christine.
exactly. Hey, puppy. My son. Hey, Papa. Yeah, exactly. And he did excellent. I mean, obviously we knew that he was going to win. We know what he has. He's got a very unorthodox style, and you can't study film on him. Um, and we just knew that he was the secret weapon that we needed, and we didn't know how they were going to deal with him, and they couldn't deal with him. We beat him, and it is what it is.
All right. I mean, look, uh, what? What can you tell us as far as Hill's confidence going into this fight? Like, was it high? Or was he indifferent? Or what? Like, how did that go?
For Roscoe.
Yes.
Oh, he was ready. He was high. Like he was ready. He knew he
Okay.
could beat this guy. I mean,
And after the win, is was there any level of like, was he a little surprised or is
absolutely not. We knew we were going to beat him, and that's exactly what
okay?
we did.
All
We
right.
don't go into any fight thinking that we're going to lose. There's not one fight that we go into because we prepare like all year round. Boxing is all year round. I live
Right.
more and they live more in Colorado than we do at our house, at our homes. We have every opportunity to do everything that we need to do to win, and we take full advantage,
Right.
so
100%.
we never have a doubt ever.
Never have a doubt ever.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
you have to believe in what you're doing for sure, right?
Absolutely.
Um, Now, do you think this is going to be a possible rematch in the Olympics?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're going to have another opportunity and if they're going to take it. One thing that I will say is that we are very blessed in the United States because we're nonprofit, so we have, funding and help to get us where we need to go. And there's other
Right.
countries that have to pay their own ways. So they have to pay their own way to any kind of
Oh
training
wow.
camps, to Pan American Games, and to the Olympics. So I don't know. We are
Okay.
very blessed to have the opportunity to do whatever we need to do.
Okay. Let's talk about October 22nd.
Yes.
There was someone the USA's way, some didn't. Yenny Marcela Arias from Colombia defeated Jocelyn Perez from Houston, Texas, 4-1. How did you
Yes.
see that one, Christine? And what can we learn from this fight?
Well, Yaslin is one of our new babies. She's very young. I think she's 19. Like she just made it on the team, and she's very talented. The first round was beautiful and perfect, and the second and third round, she didn't make the adjustments that she needed to make, and it is what it is. She was against a veteran who's been there and knows how to adjust emotionally and mentally, and Yaslin is she's a champion and she's on her way to greatness. And this is not the last time you're going to hear her name for sure. She she made it this far at her age,
How
which
old is she
does not
again?
happen often. She's 19,
Okay. Wow.
18, 19. I think she's 19. Yeah, she's a baby.
Wow. So that was, it happens. However, somebody asked about her, pound for pound Jack's asking, was Joette Gonzalez's sister here?
Yeah.
So Tyra
Yes, we're
Gonzalez from
going to talk
Glendora,
about her. Yeah.
California, got a
Yes.
stoppage over Takar from Canada.
A stoppage, pound for pound. A stoppage.
Got a
Yes.
stoppage. Got her brother's
Sure
power, I
did.
guess, right?
She has power. She has speed. She has the attitude. She's mean. It's like she's not going to, if you do something dirty to her or you hit her hard or whatever, she's going to come back like tenfold.
Yeah.
She's you can't teach that attitude, that meanness, and she's got it. Like she's the whole package. She really is.
Look, and she has the experience. I seen her in the team USA for a while.
Yes,
Um,
she's had her highs and lows, and she's high again. She's back up.
okay. So, like, was it like as far as the stoppage goes, right? Are we going to see more stoppages from her, or what? Is she going to go on a little bit of a
I
streak?
believe so because she has the speed and the power, and like I said, she's mean. If you do something
Hey,
that she doesn't like, you're gonna pay for it.
and her and Joel must have been fighting as siblings growing up or
They
so. Yeah,
did. They
they
did.
did. That's right. I believe
I
it.
mean, it's her story to tell, but I know she sparred him for the first time that she ever sparred, and I'm sure she'll tell that story if it hasn't been told
Oh, wow.
before. And yeah, Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, she got the best of Joed." Like, I don't know about that. Okay, I just
All
gotta put
right.
that out.
I'm not going to say anything. That's her story to tell, but I will
Just
say
say,
that that
she
was her
can't beat
first
Joed.
sparring
We know
experience
this.
with
Come
her
on now,
brother.
but
I,
no, but I believe it though. Like, that's crazy. But Joed seems like a nice guy, but just she's the one with the mean streak to her, right?
I think one thing that I can say in all my years of working with boxers and being in boxing is that women are a lot meaner than the men. It's like the men can fight and then they get out and they're hugging and high fiving, and women get out, they're like, I still don't like you, bitch. You know, they
Uh,
we hold grudges.
Damn, more
So
petty, huh?
women are definitely meaner.
Okay. Well, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. All right. So another win for Team USA. Emilio Garcia from Laredo, Texas. Wow, I couldn't
Yes.
pronounce that for a second.
Yes.
Laredo. All right.
Yeah.
He defeated Jesus Nazaret Cova from Venezuela 5-0. Sounds like a dominating performance. Did the judges get that right?
Absolutely. He's another one of our babies. And oh
Wow.
my God, he is so strong. He is so fast. And the great thing about him, this is so funny because in his little town, like the only person that he had to spar was his brother. It's like he just came out of nowhere and went to nationals and just defeated everybody and then was in camp with us in Colorado. And it's just like, who is this kid? Who are you? He's got the sweetest personality, but he, as soon as he gets in the ring and it's fight time, it's like his eyes just like switch, like something
Hmm.
goes on inside of him, and he dominates whoever's in front of him. It's unbelievable how strong and fast he is. And no matter what he's been through, no matter what obstacles, he always comes out on top. And
Uh,
he's gonna fight tomorrow. Y'all gotta tune in. He's something else.
Now I do gotta apologize. At first, I said they went 2-2. The US actually went 3-1. So
Yeah, three
Omar
and one.
Jones from Orlando, Florida,
Yes.
uh,
Oh,
got
Omar. Yeah.
a 4-0 decision against Angel Llanos from uh, is that Puerto Rico or Peru or where was that? I'm not
Puerto
sure.
Rico. Puerto
Puerto Rico.
Rico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Puerto
How did
Rico.
that fight go?
Yeah, and the guy was very talented too. But Omari, he's another one of our babies that he's very young. He just turned 20. He's super, super talented. Um, he does everything by the book. He's very basic, very technical, very strong. Um, and he outboxed this guy who was very experienced and was very talented.
Okay. All right.
I
A
mean,
shout out to I am King George. One love to In the Ring with Christine and Dragon
yes,
Style.
back at
Absolutely.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Nando Llamas. Welcome, brother.
Thank you,
Hope
Nando. Thank you so
you're
much.
well.
Appreciate you so much.
Got JC co-signing your statement
JC,
about women fight. Look at Marlene and Estrada, right? They're ready to
I
fight in the
love
parking lot.
Estrada. I love Estrada.
Remember they're going to fight in the parking lot? Well, Estrada called her out to the parking lot. And I was like, damn, like, hold on.
Hey, I got my money on Estrada. You know what I'm saying?
But don't fight in the parking lot. Get paid to do it in the ring. Okay, don't fight in the
Hey,
parking lot.
hey, we'll put some money in the parking lot. They can get paid either way. In the parking lot, on the big stage, whatever. Sanisa is the real deal. You know what I'm saying?
No, no, for sure. Now, as far as the this, I'm just curious, Christine, and not that it matters or anything, but I'm seeing that the judges were for, like, is there a missing judge? Like, what's going on over here? Was the judge asleep? Like, what?
Um, you know, it's very tricky sometimes. Like we don't. It's tricky. Like you just don't ever know. You don't ever know what's going on. Like you wonder, like, and I obviously we can't watch the judges because we're watching our guys and girls in the ring, and we're trying to like give them the best instruction and watching the score and everything else. So, but yeah, sometimes you wonder if one of those judges is asleep. Like I mean, you really do.
Because I'm
It's very
seeing three,
interesting.
two, four, one,
Well, and the thing
five,
is whenever
oh, and
you
then there's
see,
4-0.
yeah, whenever you see like the same country kind of doing the same thing and there's a pattern, it's just like, okay, what did we do to you, but humans, we
Yeah,
uh
it
we
wouldn't have
fuck
mattered
shit up.
anyway because he got four. He got the majority anyway. But I guess
I
I was just
mean, no,
curious.
I mean, no, but you still wonder, like, what are you looking at? Like, what are what are you looking at?
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
hey, let's talk about this fight here. Today, which we're on the 23rd, Canadian fighter called Marie Al Agmadiel defeated Alyssa Mendoza Caldwell
Yeah.
from Idaho,
Yeah.
USA 3-2.
Yeah.
The first time I heard about her was she had a big stoppage win in one of the USA tournaments. And
Hmm.
here she is in the world stage in a really close fight, Christine. How do you
Yeah.
see this fight?
um I mean, obviously, like, you can always, in retrospect, look at what shoulda, woulda, coulda happened. But I believed that our girl did enough, to get her hand raised. But the judges saw different. So what can I say? Um, there's no use in crying over spilt milk. We just have to get up off the ground, dust ourselves off and keep going. Um, Kudos to Canada. Um, it is what it is.
Now, a fight, before we go to the last fight, I don't see it on the website, Christine.
Uh huh.
Raheem Gonzalez, he had a fight
He did. Yeah, I was gonna say you haven't mentioned Raheem.
because they don't have it on the website. But
Yeah,
I know he fought.
he did. He
What
did.
can you tell us
And
about that fight?
again, like I said, I mean, I thought that our guy pulled it out, but the judges saw it a different way.
Okay.
Raheem is very decorated. He will definitely be a medalist in the Olympics for sure. Um, he can do it all. He can box. He can brawl. His feints are like the best in the world. He has power. He's smart. But the judges didn't see it the way we saw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a tough outing, but it happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, the I love my job. It's beautiful, but it's a very emotional job because I love the athletes like we all do, and we work with them every day. I mean, I see them more than I do my family these days. So it's tough, but you have to just swallow it and keep on going.
100%.
Hmm.
Now, Jamal Harvey from Oxon Hill,
Yeah,
USA, did defeat
beautiful
Kevin
performance.
Alicock from Guyana, 5-0.
Yes.
Dominating performance. How do they go?
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. That kid is so talented. He is so smart. He's so talented. He's so whenever he first came on the team, he was a young kid. I mean, he's still a young kid, but he's matured so much, just in everything, in his training, in his competing, in everything, and he is definitely also going to be a medalist. I mean, everybody that is going to go to the Olympics will medal. I just and it seems like I'm just saying that because I'm biased, but all of these kids, they're kids to me, obviously, but all of these athletes are very talented. And I've seen the growth, like from the beginning. Like, for instance, with Raheem, I've been there since um, on the elite since day one. Obviously, I'm not his coach at home, and everybody has their home coaches, and I give them so much props. But when he first came to Team USA, um, I was one of the ones that were there in the beginning. So I've seen so much growth. The same with Jamar Talley, and then we've all seen the growth, with Jamal and all of them. It's just a beautiful thing. It's like seeing your kid walk for the first time and then run and then ride a bike and then drive. It's just beautiful. It really is.
Now I'm gonna put a link in the chat, guys, to the USAboxing.org, where you can
Yeah.
kind of, if you guys want to go there, check out the results.
Thank you.
Check out the results because we're not done with the tournament. Obviously, if you guys want to keep up with that and help support Team USA, you could always do that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Al the Pell. All right.
Yes. Shout out.
And Mike
Absolutely.
Ramirez, you did answer this earlier, but he's
Yeah.
asking, is Chile the last qualifying event for Team USA?
No, it's not. No. We also have Italy, and we also have I said it earlier. I said it earlier. It's an Asian country. Thailand. I'm sorry. Thailand, and
Thailand,
we have
okay, and
Italy.
then there's of course
I'm
there's the
sorry. Yeah.
one more tournament. The
And
qualifiers early December.
for the ones that don't have enough international points, they're going to have to go back to the Olympic qualifiers, which is in
Okay,
December. So everybody, please support that, and everybody is trying to go. They'll have to go there, and they will have to beat everybody that is going to try and qualify there. Absolutely. So there's a few, um, but for the most part, the other ones will be able to go to Thailand and to Italy.
okay. Thailand. Well, what did they bust out with the Muay Thai over there? What are you gonna
I mean, we're gonna watch the Muay Thai, but we're not participating.
do? Hey, you should go watch a Muay Thai. It might be a good experience,
Yeah,
actually.
why not? I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many sports here too. Like if we have any free time, which we have not had any,
What
it'd
What
be
are
nice to
those
watch
like?
other sports.
So Italy, Thailand, are those Olympic tournaments or are those just specific to boxing?
Yeah, no, 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 no. They're qualifiers. They're other qualifiers.
Oh wow.
Because
Okay.
shit happens. Shit happens. Judges are biased, and depending on I'm not saying they're biased here. I'm just saying
Sure.
that shit does happen, or you have a bad night. Maybe something happened in your family, or maybe you have an injury, and you didn't perform to the best of your ability. So you have other opportunities, which I think is fucking awesome.
For sure. It is going to be very interesting. Now, again, this is over there in Santiago, Chile.
Mhm.
Um, the Pan American Games. I mean, I understand there's Olympic qualifying, and that matters and it's important, obviously, right?
Yeah,
That's to go to the granddaddy of them all. But just as a standalone tournament, it's still like a big deal to be at the Pan Am Games, and
it's
yeah,
huge.
it's
It's
huge.
huge.
Yeah. So like
Huge.
it's
Huge.
so far things are looking good so far. Like no one's gotten embarrassed. We got a stoppage win, some dominant wins. Most of the losses were close, razor close decisions. Um,
Absolutely.
how's are we gonna take some Pan Am medals home or what? What's
Absolutely, we are. Yeah, for sure.
collecting medals out there?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Everybody who's still in the tournament is going to medal
Oh man. Okay.
for
That's some
sure.
confidence right there. You
For
know what I mean?
sure. What? I wouldn't do this if I wasn't confident. What?
Maybe
Absolutely.
Gonzalez could get a knockout in her last win in the gold medal match. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Why not? Why not?
So that should be interesting. Look,
And I have to say, like the whole staff, like we work from very early in the morning until late at night, obviously. And it's not just the coaches, it's our nutritionist, our strength and conditioning coach, it's our physio. It's a whole group effort, like to make sure that these athletes are 110. Weigh-ins are start at 6:30, And then at 10 o'clock, as you see, that's why I was late, we're done. It's like over 12 hours that we are constantly, well, it's actually 24 hours. If somebody calls me right now, I'm gonna have to get off a call like I've done before, get off the show like I've done before. But I'm not the only one. I mean, we are around the clock making sure that our athletes have everything that they possibly could need and want.
Is somebody wins, like if you win the gold medal in the Penang Games, is that like an automatic trip to the Olympics?
Any medal is.
Any medal, so that's a
Any
golden
medal.
ticket to Paris.
Yeah, just depending. So different weight classes have like top two, top three, top two, top four. I don't have it in front of me, so it's a lot of information to remember. But yeah, medaling is definitely what you want to do. So you have that ticket to go to the Olympics. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, that's the goal. That's what they should go for sure.
Absolutely. And that's what we're here for.
Lock it in. Lock it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, it's crazy to think that it seems like Tokyo was just not that long ago, and that we're already here. You know?
Who are you telling? Sheesh.
Yeah. So
I
here we
know.
are.
Here we go again. Next stop, Paris.
And it's fun. It's fun to kind of follow them because these are the stars of the future. This is like
Absolutely.
there's a good likelihood some of these fighters are going to be millionaires in the future, like boxing. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a good chance.
Yeah.
And a lot of the names we know today that are up there in the pound for pound rankings or whatever used to be in Team USA, right? So it is what it
Absolutely.
is.
And they're either going to go on to, another Olympic run, or they're going to go pro, it's just whatever. But for right now, we're focused on
Sure.
qualifying, you know.
Yeah. Imagine that. We'll see who becomes a gold medalist at the Pan
Oh my
American
gosh,
Games.
yeah.
Oof.
And that's the thing, like follow USAboxing.org, like D Style said. And that's where the future is. It's like there's so many people that don't even know who's on the team, who's here. And it's like that's where you're gonna get all your information. Obviously, on my page, I'm gonna, talk about it too, but to be more in depth, usaboxing.org is the place you need to be if you care about, your fellow Americans that are doing this shit,
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Um, Boxing Pound for Pound Jack is asking, how does Sean Porter contribute in bringing amateur boxing to the forefront in the USA? Um, so
I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. Like I personally, I know that he came once and spoke to Team USA. I have not seen him myself. I have not had any contact with him, and you know, I'm there all the time. So I don't know, and it's no diss to him, but he has a channel and he has his own life and his own career. So I don't know. I know that he was going to link up with, I believe it was Low.
no, okay,
Um, I forget her last name. I'm sorry.
oh, we could go with
Desai.
low. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were gonna do something, or they were trying to do something. I've yet to see it, but I hope that he does, because honestly, like right now, and I've said it before, the only one that gives back fully is Richard Torres. He comes and he helps train with the kids and spars and like gives them lessons. And then also, I will say Tierra Brown too. She's on board. She's on some kind of board. So is Franchon Cruz. She is too. Um, but I think Andre Ward did something as well. But as far as Sean Porter, I only know of one situation that he was involved in, but I may be wrong, So I don't know. I don't really want to speak on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I wouldn't know, obviously, but I will say this: it is good for people to cover amateur boxing. It doesn't get a lot of coverage, even by people that cover boxing, right? It just
Absolutely.
doesn't. It doesn't. It's just a different world to pro boxing, right?
Hmm.
And the structure's different. Everything's just different. Um, so there's no prime time television slot for it or something like that. But um, I do want as many fans as possible to get to know these fighters because they're going to be going to the Olympics representing Team USA. Um, what do you know, Christine, about anything that you may or may not know? Like I know it's out of a lot of our hands, but about the future of boxing in the Olympics, because they're saying it's still not in Los Angeles for 2028, I believe it is. Um,
You
but
know,
there's
all
some
I have to, this is what I have to say. This is what I have to
okay,
say is that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. All we know is that today we're at the Pan American Games. We're trying to qualify. We know that, as far as we know, we're going to have the Olympics coming up. People live so far ahead. It's like there's a lot of political stuff going on. And AIBA has had, some situation. World boxing is pretty much taken over. So just sit back and watch. Let's worry about this Olympics that we have coming up first. And then we can, talk about the next one. But jumping, let's stay in the present moment because these kids right now in front of us, they need our support. Um, but I do want to answer at the PAL. I know lots of people study the greatest boxing styles. Let me see. Hold on. This is not what I wanted to say. Um, I know Floyd helps a lot. People think he's selfish. He ain't supposed to show you his good deeds. Like, look at me for likes. It says in the Bible. Absolutely. And that's not to me. That's not what I'm saying. Because I'm in it. I'm straight up in it. And that's what I'm saying. Like they ain't no showing nothing at the PAL, but certain people bless others without showing or putting on social media. Absolutely. Richard Torres has not put that he's helping USA Boxing on social media. I did that. Maybe people didn't know Franchon Cruz was on the board or Tierra Brown. I said that. They didn't say it. That's how you really are blessed by God, at least if He knows where your heart is. Absolutely. I mean, I'm blessed, and I believe that, I'm kind of in the public eye because I have these shows that I love doing. But God has definitely blessed me. I wouldn't be where I'm at without it. And hard work, obviously, we have to work um, because prayer without works is dead. Um, and yeah, so I'm not criticizing Sean, but I personally, um, I'm just going to stop there. I'll say that.
yeah. Well, look, I will say that I know you said don't look ahead, but the reason boxing fans look ahead is because there's concern about the future of the sport. But I will say this. This is just from an observer and looking at the circumstantial situation. It's a good sign that the IOC is still keeping it around and kind of running it by
Absolutely.
themselves. That's a
Absolutely.
good sign because they don't have
Absolutely.
to do that.
Absolutely
You know what I
not.
mean? Also, boxing. I know wrestling went through the same situation a couple years ago, and one of the reasons they decided to keep it is 'cause all the history behind it, and there's so much history behind boxing. It's become inclusive, including women's boxing now, where before it didn't.
We're
Um,
just now getting our shot. Like,
Yeah,
come
like
on.
I don't think they would move. They would start allowing women fighters to start fighting in the Olympics, just to turn around and remove it. Like I just find that very unlikely. I think that they'll find a body or someone, whoever that is, to start running it, and that's that. I think that's what will happen. Boxing a worldwide sport. A lot of countries put funding behind it. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep it around, but
Yeah,
we'll
for
see.
sure. No, I have no doubt that it's going to continue on. And at the PAL, have you ever met Emmanuel Stewart? Emmanuel Stewart used to train my cousin Jesse Benavides. I know how great he was, and I've heard all the stories. I never personally got to meet him because I was a little bit younger and I wasn't quite in it like I am now, but I have heard it all, and I think it's wonderful. And he's definitely somebody that I look up to. God bless his soul. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Christine, this has been a great show. Any final
Bro.
thoughts you have? And of course, we'll be back next week, guys, to talk about all the results and how everything went.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
just kind of a an update, right? But any final thoughts, Christine?
No, I just want to say, if you truly support the sport, it starts here in the amateurs. So, go to usaboxing.org and tune in and cheer on the future. It's one thing to criticize or critique, but if you're not supporting or doing your part, I don't really listen to ya. And obviously, Women Crushing It Wednesdays, every Wednesday. Please tune in. We are going to have Fitness by Tobler on there. I know there was some heat at the Haney Progray press conference, and it did come from him. So he's going to talk to us about what was going on.
Oh
So
boy.
please tune in. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a fireworks show. So,
Well,
and I thank you, bro, because you're always bringing it, and yeah, it was a good show.
and make sure you guys support Christine. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell button. All right. She's literally working all day. And look at she's still squishy with her presence. See what I mean?
He knows. He'll be like, "What time are we doing the show? What time are we doing?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm still
Well, I
working.
wasn't
I
asking
got
that
yeah."
many times. But with that said, guys, shout out to HLD, by the way. I just saw him right there. Um, that is that. That is the
HLD.
show. And we're out of here. Keep it boxing. Peace.
Peace.